I think people generally feel if you've got a cabinet minister representing your area, it's a bonus and things happen. At the municipal level, dealing with provincial, federal issues, do you get the sense that you're farther ahead because you've got someone on cabinet representing Peterborough?
I would say, generally speaking, Jim, that's true. I know Jeff Leal very well, having gone to Kenner with Jeff and to university with Jeff at Trent. I know he's pushing hard to assist us with $18 million in financing for the new twin pad and pool complex on Pioneer Road. I think Jeff's trying to get $6 million a year for 3 years. And I think he's well positioned. He's an experienced guy. He knows how provincial politics works. And I think he's a good advocate for us. Maryam hasn't got quite the track record yet that Jeff has, but we spoke with Maryam as well, a small group of us around the complex there. Took lots of information, took it back to her comrades in Ottawa. And I think she'd be advocating on our behalf as well. So the fact that they've got a high-profile position, I think, can only help Peterborough.
That's interesting. You said arena and pool, so that 18 million would cover pool costs, you're thinking?
For sure, Jim.
That's what you're looking at, yeah?
And I'd like to see it built, because I think the fear is that if we don't build it now and we put the pool in for a second phase, there'll be no second phase. It'll be twice as expensive to build it in 5 or 10 years. And if you've got everybody on site working on the same project at the same time, I think that would be exciting for the community and the way to go. Particularly with myself being involved in hockey for so long and visiting virtually every complex in the province at one point in time. It's always said to me, you know, everybody has all of the amenities. Every place we go, Gary, the rinks are beautiful. They've got gyms and basketball courts and health clubs, swimming pools and things like this. Why not Peterborough? This wouldn't have been my pet project, location, and I would like to have seen a more fulsome project. Having said that, we've got enough land out there that we can add on 2 pads when we can afford it. So I think it's the best we can do at the present time. And the other thing we're looking at is perhaps replacing the Memorial Centre. So you're putting $54 million out at Trent and potentially $80 to $100 million in another location for a new OHL facility. That's a lot of money, and it's centered on one particular area. And we have a whole host of needs that a variety of people have, just not people that are involved in athletics.
You know, Gary, so it's always, I found it ironic with the great history of hockey and sports, arena sports, that Peterborough has some of the tiredest facilities. You look at a little town like Coburg with the Coburg Community Centre.
Yeah, beautiful.
Which is, you know, we'd be happy to have that here in Peterborough. Or Pickering years ago has upgraded. Yeah. But it sounds like things are progressing. And what is the deadline for the Trent complex? When do we anticipate, assuming we talked earlier with David Hakey about some of the environmental issues, but once everything's settled, when do you think those will be up and running?
I'm hoping we'll hear something this year with respect to the money. And I think the game plan is to have it open and functioning sometime in 2020.